Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 9 of the Flubcast. This week is particularly exciting. I hope you all enjoy it. We got lots of great footage again from the wonderful Blossom, who went to a recent scrimmage with the national sevens team. But it wasn't just the sevens team, they tried to make it like a tournament format, invited a bunch of either under 19s, under 20s, fellas with various skill levels, and they basically mixed and matched. They put some more traditional starters with some more inexperienced players. So you might have some starting forwards with some inexperienced backs to see, well, how are they going to operate when their backs are going backwards or they're running, not very good lines, if I have to be a little honest. And you have some of the backs that are suffering where they're getting ugly ball off line out, bad scrums. How are you going to defend? And some of the players did really well. They really worked to get back in support, and some guys kind of drop their head, and it's better you look at the footage and you identify, because remember, it's not like tennis where you just could work on you and whatever you are at, that's as good as it needs to be. We're a squad, we're a team, and we are as good as our weakest player or a player who is dropping our head. So if we don't look and we don't identify, we're going to come into problems. The second part really is, which I find is very, very promising, is that we're asking a lot of the more traditional backs in the 15s to play and fill some of the forward positions in sevens. Phenomenal, great. I think these are athletes and we should incorporate them, and you'll see with the footage why as well, because of second, third phase ball, when it swings back to the forward side, we're having our backs or some of our wingers playing against some of their forwards, and it's really working out well. But some of their technical skills are suffering a little bit when it comes to the line out lifting, the technique cues. We're not getting that pop because we're missing a few elements. I hope to just run over that. And some of these scrums as well, defensively, how we're binding, we're limiting our ability to operate when we have a break with the scrum half or quick ball coming out. So I just want to go with that. Second part is, I just want to be a fan. I'm a fan. I enjoy some of these guys. All of these guys are way better athletes than I ever was. So I just want to make sure that we are going in the direction we want, and I am a fan, and just like any fantasy team, I want to call who I think is earning starting position, who I think is doing well. So that's going to happen. I'm going to start calling and say, look, I think we should play this B in the squad. Some people are going to hate my selection. Some people are going to say I'm completely wrong because I'm calling guys out of position. But that's the fun of it. I get to call who I like, and I'll say why and justify it. And if you disagree, well, that's what the comments are for. I'm begging you all to send a little WhatsApp video to say, Flub, you're talking nonsense, I would start this. Let's have a little fun with it. That's what the sport is all about. So before we do, a quick word from this week's sponsor, who is Wendy and Exquisite Taste. Look at the menu, incredible. I have tasted it personally. Let's support. This is one of Blossom's close aunts. And even if you just get 1 or 2 extra sales, every ounce counts during this tough time in Trinidad. So let's support each other and support the union. So please, again, thanks, support, enjoy, and bear with my first little analysis video of some lineouts and scrums, and then we get to a little bit more fun of just the footage itself. And then stay with me and we come back and I'll talk about the squad that I would have picked. Okay, I want to start with the lineouts, and here we have our offensive lineout with 3 people competing against 2. This is where I was talking about James is new to the position, so we're going to be patient. When the jumper jumps, you got to keep your legs straight, tight, so that the people are not lifting off your pants, but actually lifting with your under your butt and in the front on your thigh. So let's play this one out full speed. Right, so another unsuccessful line out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slow it down and let's walk through it together from right there. So to complete and lift as the props, James is using basically a power lift technique. He's standing completely straight and just trying to use all his strength in his legs and arms to just propel the person forward. But this is actually missing one of the most important elements. The 2 props, it's almost like plate tectonics in school, where the 2 plates come together. Both of them have to have that force of coming together. So when you're lifting, you both have to come together, almost like your stomachs are going to try to touch underneath. So let's look at it here. And you see, they are actually apart, as you see there, and they're then completing the lift, and it's taking just too long. We see actually some better lift technique. You'll see them lifting off the legs, not the pants. It's a horrible throw, but it's a completed. No, they didn't actually come together as much as possible, but that is a huge improvement just solely off the listing where they're placing their hands. The ease of reference, here's Scotland doing it under the ass, as I said. Easy lift, 2 fellas coming together. England doing it, lifting under. Very, very, very simple and easy. There's a nice little side comparison of me jumping on the left hand side with Wu thinking that he should lift my shirt as a supporter compared to Wales, who were doing it correctly. The line-out jumper straight, stiff legs, the two jumpers, hands correctly positioned, and their stomachs touching. That's going to give you the maximum height needed. Now we're on to the scrums here. So this is actually a scrum where the offensive team is already, the ball isn't even in, but he has horrible positioning. Look at that. His bottom is way lower than his shoulders. They're not evenly positioned, and there's absolutely no way that he should put the ball in, but he does anyway. They of course go backwards, it's a turnover, and they lose possession there. He also tries to hook it, which is a huge mistake. Chris comes around, picks it up, and they have lost possession. But there's another aspect here that I want to show. This is another area here, and I'm not harping on James Phillips, but how they've bound, and I'm going to show you right here how they bound. They've bound on the hooker. So from here, the hooker just cannot get out. He's trapped. If they yell break, he cannot, and if the other team holds them in, if they don't release from the scrum, he is trapped. So I'm going to do another comparison to show how another team, Kenya, they operate, where they're not bound onto him. You see here the two Kenyan props on defense, they are bound and the hooker is under them. It's at the back, the Kenya hooker yells break left for the hooker, and even though they're still engaged, look how he could just pull out, and now he is a defensive player. And here's a little graph to help illustrate that, where the hooker could come out and the scrum half could defend in the back. Comparison here, you see that the hooker is bound under the prop's shoulders, so that when it comes out, you'll be able to break easily, and the props could actually hold it. So if you see the other props bound incorrectly, you'll just stay there, props, and they are trapped. Their hooker is trapped and can't defend. So there he goes. Chris calls it out, and the play is on. Simple as that. Here's just a quick clip. We just lost the ball. The blue team has it, but look how long it takes them to get set. And when after the turnover, it comes out eventually. He's not seeing anything on, so he decides to run sideways. He's easily tackled. The ball is ripped because nobody was there. Easy turnover and drop for the try. So that's just to say how quick we have to be in transition. You don't have time to just stand up and look around. So analysis clip here. This is to look at the effort. So look at kickoff. Keep your eye on the offensive player who's just going to be jogging back, taking his time, getting position. Players there. He's offside. He can't help as a supporter. Still not in position. Finally back. The backs get it. Coming out, but he's still taking his time, not rushing. Bowler has no option. He gives him a pass because he's so flat. Throws it back. Not going to work. Look at this. Look at this. Bowler is fighting. He just turns and is walking back, number 9. No rush. Everybody else fighting fit. He's just taking his time. Why bother to rush? Your teammates need you. No big deal. Look at this. Gonna go out again. Keep your eye on number 9. I know we're going out here. It's one play, so two things. Tackled. Chris with a good play. James Phillip working there. Spins it out. He's still flat. Bowler has no option. Gives him a pass, and that turnover. He did number 9 again. And does he run back? Nope. He just watches the guy meandering. Not up to snuff, and the guys have to be on his back for that. There's another example. Look at this kickoff. It's a deep kickoff, but look how the two guys on the right are just strolling to get back to support. Why rush? No problem. Oh, it's bouncing. Why rush to get back? That's really bad habits that we gotta get out of our game. You see, they're not in the position, but now it's coming. Oh, they're not in the right position. Knock on. Whoa, he forgot to get it. That's not up to snuff, gentlemen, and that's why we're under pressure right here. Dyke given option, going around. Bad pass, nothing on. He slows it down. Goes again. A little bit of a slip, but he's able to get back up, and still on, still open. Take it. Joseph Quashie, he's going to inject some pace, as I always talk about. Something, you got to go forward, you got to do something. He always going to create. Spins it wide, didn't like his option back out there. He comes again. So it's a really messy clip. I'm sorry to include it, but I just want to see off the turnover. Bad ruck in position there. Turn it over, and out it goes. And out, and there's Dyke. Worked before, he's going to work again, and does a big cover tackle. Well done. Last example of it, off the kickoff again. I just want to look at the supporters, how long it takes them to respond. Why are we jogging past all of them? Well taken. They're finally coming up. This is good. Get it? But look, all the people on your right just slowly still jogging back. No momentum, no forward, no direction. So it's just easy hands. Nothing's really on. A little loop, but it's all too slow. And eventually it's just wrestled into touch. Clip here, we have an offensive scrum. The defense actually is a little trapped. Chris easy out. The hooker is in a bad position. No thing. Chris could have went straight. Ups to goal. Ball behind. Everything is just shallow. Walk in. Pop. Drop. Nothing on. Just too slow. Of course, just in comparison to moving forward, identifying, fixing defenders, and Nigel with a nice little stroll in. So I want to get a little more positive. That was not supposed to be criticism, but let's go. offensive scrum here. We're going to be going left. Look at this here. Quashi, great pass. We're going out. Spinning, good support. Now the play doesn't fully come off, but I just love the direction. Even drop, look at Quashi working to get back. It's not on, still there. Get rid of the threat. Well done. Starts with a kickoff. It's well collected. Great tackle here. Coming to clear. Big Red not getting low. Just using his hands to push, which is making it slow and ugly. Eventually comes out. This is actually a long clip, so bear with me. So spinning. This is what we like to see with Bowler. Forcing the envelope. Pushing. Again, getting his hands free and out still. Winger in a little bit of a no man's land, gives him a little bit of a bad ball, but is still able to clear. That's a dangerous rock. We're going to lose it against other teams, so we somehow able to manage to spin it. So we're going out again. Nice, look at this here. Nice little step just to set the defender and still go and make a little space for the wing. Comes, essentially forced back in. But he's tackled. Big Red there again, just trying to push with his hands. That's really bad technique by the big man. Spinning, and this is what we want to see again. See Bowler, this is forcing the envelope, forcing it. Forcing 3 defenders out of play. Your team is on and still he goes, pops back inside. He gets a little held up, slows it down, manages to release his arms, spinning again. Nice here to hold off, wait for a little bit of your teammates to come. Blue is in offside position, so I can excuse the slow ball. Ball out again, Bowler a little bit slow. Again, not forcing it too much on our one. Back inside. Here it gets a little ugly again, but able to clear. Sees Blue off there. Spinning it, big man to Big Red. He's able to get his hands free as well. A little bit of ugly tackle by Blue. Here comes Red. Sees that there's nobody behind. Everybody's walking. But look at this. Where's all his supporters behind him? He's by himself. All 3 are just back there. All 3 are in the far back right. Not really up where we want you to. To some better surface. A nice kickoff. Well received. Taken up. Swung out one time because there's no pressure. Quashi directing. Let's get it. Chris wants to spin. He sees it some on. Out we go. Don't see it. He's going to run a little line, a little gentle. Right back to Dyke. Right back to Quashi. And again, go. Let's go. He's forcing it. He's pushing it. He's getting that go forward ball. Other people putting the defense under pressure. Back out where we want to do Ballington. He's able to beat some man on the outside. He does it. He's done it all game. Back inside. Gets a little ugly here. But still, even with that, drops it. Still available because we have support runners. Beats him back inside and scores. Really well done, guys. Great one. There's up an open play with a little switch here. And out we go. Support players, but he's in trouble. Come on, guys. We got to work to get there. Not a half jog. Ref calls maul. Have no idea why Blue allowed the ball to get out. If your ref calls maul, you could just hold it in. And then you would win possession. But he somehow gets his hands free. Bowler gets it. Again, a little bit slow. Going a little too slow, everything just kind of going out, nothing really on. Blue should have dropped on it, nothing. At least look at this. The guy is able to run back, recollect the ball, which is pretty good. Pops it up to Bowler, and this is the Bowler we like to see. When he has space and he's going forward and beats a man, that's it. And he sees some space, he could hold off, he could provide for other people. That's what we want to see from Bowler. We don't want to just see the pedantic when you fly half. That's what we want to see. So he gets it there, one-on-one, and good night. That's as simple as that. Well done, great step. Okay, we're talking about decision making of the kickoff. Don't do that. Don't just run into a man randomly and get wood while you're looking around. Somehow they're able to secure possession, find some speed. Again, look at how everybody's just taking the time walking around. Get in position, gentlemen. Somebody is in play. Get in position. You are playing. If you don't have the ball in your hand, you are still on. Let's go. Ball available. He beats his man. Supporter runs a bad line back inside. Nothing really on there. A little harsh on Blue, so I just want to emphasize this. Let's take a little look to see what they do here. They win the ball. Nice outlet out. Again, they're just kind of spinning it, everybody kind of half jogging. They're not sure what they want. Somebody's got to make a decision. Make an aggressive decision about what you want to do when it comes to the rocking, when it comes to passing. They're able to spin, see some space, pass in. Man straightens, he's able to give him a support back outside. Beats his defender. Able to see. Not on, but able to hold it up. They win the rock, and they're going to spin it there. Spin it right again. Everybody again, not really sure. Everybody's kind of half walking. We just say, oh, let's just pass the pressure out. Nothing's really on. Defense able to go straight forward, but much better work by Blue. Spinning it again to your support, so that when you have the tackle, you set the defensive line there. You have to get back. This clip, Blue has the ball, and one of them opted to do a kick even though nothing's on. We have all the time to get back, but look how we just half jogging. We're not forced in. They were ready for that transition. Now they're set. We just kind of go, we've slowed it down completely, we've lost the advantage, and tackle. Play here is a lot more direct from cautioning them. Everybody moving, let's work. Whatever the decision is, we're going forward, we're going hard. Eventually gets tackled, brought down, well played. Kwashi is available as a supporter. Out again, see it is on, spinning, tight, working hard, throwing, always going forward hard, making a decision, forcing defenders. Look at this work here, good by Bolden, but look at him busting his backside to get back. Tackle, defense, back on, well done James Phillip. Still going, Yola has the ball, it's down, well won by James Phillip. He busted his ass to get back and he won it. A nice clip again to show working on defense as opposed to somebody clips this before. So Chris gave away a penalty there, he was offside. They have a chance, you have to get back, even though no arguing the ref. Come on Chris, get back. Here's Kwashi, he's working, he's putting them on, they're offside, let's go. So even though it was a knock on, the ref is saying play on, we're going to play on, even though that might have been a knock on, we're going to play on, no big deal, that's not the point. Point is we're down, the Barbarians see it out wide, there's way out wide, nobody's setting there. Dyke again pushing the envelope out again, but look at James Phillip. And that's our forward against one of the wingers, and great cover tackle. Absolutely phenomenal. Get up an open play here, decide to straighten, good work, support getting there. So far so good, everything on, James there. Here's the call from Chris, all the defenses there. Chris has a little bit ugly ball, but gets it to Bollington, who could force himself in the ball. He has a great handoff, really wanted to show that, great work. We pick it up in open play where our offensive player dominates in there. We have all four guys sucked in. We decide to go left, sees it on, Dola gets out, people are going aggressively. The defender forces him back in, which is what he wanted to do. Again, just too slow to cover, and it's a turnover there. Great work by the defense on that one. Pay off a line out there. Dyke, who is probably one of our best jumpers, secures it. He's really good in the air, even though the lifters didn't really do a super job. They spin it out and look at its direction. Let's go up, force the defender to make a decision, right? Take it down, set the offensive line. Look at him looping around there. Great work. Should have let it go. Decides to bring it back inside. He's done that a few times. He just has to work on that. Where if it's on, it's on. Again, they're changing it. Nice looping around. They're seeing the options on. Dyke is able to stretch again. Able to pull back, suck in more defenders, get his hands free. It's out, it's on, it's supported. Everybody's looking to loop, support, get on the outside, give them options, working off the guys with the ball in hand, which is absolutely great. So we see again, able to secure. That might be a penalty. There it is. So push it, you see it on. Hands out wide, they're offside, but he runs kind of back in, slows it down, allows himself to get tackled. Still open, nice, well cleared. He's caught here in the call, spinning it, forcing. And here's just a speed mission we're talking about. But look at the effort here by James Phillip. Forces him wide. Well done, Chris. Look at James pushing him out. And what's important about that? It's so insanely vital that instead of giving up 7 points, they give up 5. You only give up 5. Those extra 2 points represent a 40% increase. So every time you save and force the guy out wide, you're saving your team 40% of what they would have gotten. So that makes all the difference. Well done, guys. And guys who force them on the wide, really, really excellent. Well done. Effort and putting people in the right positions. So let's look at his kickoff here. But look, when he does a good take, look how long his supporters take to adjust. He's in the process being tackled. Look at the distance between them. Aggressive, guys. Get there, aggressive. Make them pay for wanting to do the rock. They shouldn't want to touch the ball. Spin it out. It's on. And they don't finish. And even defensively, we were kind of off there. So just something to look at. Little play as well, taking it up hard. Again, our rucking is just this little pushing thing. Instead of aggressively getting the guys off the ball and keeping them on the floor, we're able to spin it wide here, forces them, sucks in 2 defenders. Nice ruck there, nice quick ball. It's on, James is in position, spinning it deep past to Chris, but Chris is slow. And he's look at his slow kind of half jogging around with ball. That's what I'm talking about, guys. Either we're doing it, you're going for it, or it's not on. You might as well not do it. Kind of off, half jogging, and we drop. And we're all just kind of jogging to see if we can get the ball back. Oh, he got it, picked it up and scored. Play, we take it up again. James Phillip is a little high. We somehow win it anyway. We spin it, but look, slow. It's off one time. Well done to recover, good line, but it's just not on. If you're not doing it slow, it's just not going to be on. Offensive scrum. Should be an easy win here against Blue. Kind of bobbled, still able to recover it somehow, but again, look at the walking, nothing really, forcing kind of loop around, everybody kind of half jogging, That's not going to work. And if it doesn't work against this blue team, you better believe it's not going to work against USA or one of these other nations. So guys, you got to pick up quality. Still on, takes it up, loses possession. Nobody really dropping on it. Everybody just kind of, there we go. Better, but it's too late. Being harsh on blue again, but we won it against the head. On, opposite, take it in, fine. But look how long, look, the guys on the right, look at the backs, how long they're taking just to get in position. The guys are working, eventually everybody's too flat, nothing on, just shifting ball and knock on. You have to work with ball out of your hand. So the scrum, look how quick and clean this one is. Easy little put in, easy little back, easy little clear without pressure. Well done, Chris, on that one. Off a penalty here, and I want to just see, we're spinning it here. Chris is going to inject some nice pace, but look at this switch here, which works really well. James come forward, beating defenders, forcing guys off. Sets a great defensive line, but look at the supporting people on the left. Everybody's just kind of walking, everybody's flat, nobody's utilizing time. We have to work with the ball out of our hands to get in position and get better support line. So as he just gets pushed into play. Right off a kickoff here, look at this here. Again, James is a great collection. Takes it up, beats one man, pushes off another, sucking in defenders, it's on. They're spinning it, great option. Here we go, look at this. Nice little switch, high tackle, so they get the penalty. It's going to be a card. They know that, but nobody's rushing. Come on, it's on. You have it, let's play. And the opposite just tap and run away from his supporters. He's tackled and turnover possession. What a wasted opportunity. What I've been talking about here, look how great this is. So easy little feed, pop out to Kwashi. Collects it, aggressive, let's go, aggressive, decision, force the defender, opens up space. He's able to cut, it's going to be tackled, but he's right there again, ball still available, out to Dyke draws his man, finishes, and big man in the corner. That's what we're talking about, aggressive decision making. Well done, guys. Take a look off this line out, well formed by Dyke, watch Dyke work in position and Kwashi again, aggressive, making the defense move, able to spin it back, Dyke makes himself available again, takes it in, gets his hands free, pops it to keep it loose, big man again, out the back door, and great try, well done, guys. And it's the same team again here, spinning it out, it's on, Kwashi, aggressive, make decisions, make defenders choose, ends up being tackled, but he set the offside line. Look at him, Kwashi coming again, making himself available, put space, big man out wide, Ballington gets it, good tackle, and honestly, that's exactly what I want to see. It is illegal hands in Iraq, so turnover there, well done. We're going to see a team receiving a kickoff. So Chris with the ball in hand, looking sharp and well dressed, kicks off, deep kick that bounces. Look at this good decision making, he ends up getting it. He gets straightened still, Kwashi telling him go up. Back out to Ballington, and Ballington never runs right away. He sucks in defenders by going at their shoulders, gets two in, that's what you want. And now it's on. Out to big man, great little line, nice and tight. Defense was off. Straightens, nice little cover tackle here by Chris. But his support is there. Able to get it again. Still on, Kwashi directing, and again aggressive. Make a decision, tackle me, and he was offside, but good work, guys. So look at this kickoff here, it's nice and deep. Easily taken. Kwashi wants it out. Again, aggressive decision making. Force them. Work. Gets it down. Available. Options both sides. Just spinning it. Dyke takes it back in. But again, always running and clears. Never just at his shoulders. Never directly at. Always forcing defenders to go down with him. The tackle. Sucking in. Again, takes it in. Nothing really on. Well cleared. And they end up taking the penalty in the end. We kick off again. Well received, played back inside, and who have I highlighted so many times in these clips? Brings it down, and who wants it? Kwashi, and look at this, aggression, make a decision, good support line, pops out, in the end, good cover, defense there, still able to get his hands free, spinning out by Kwashi again to Dyke, who is fantastic as well today, aggressive again. James Phillip can't make the cover tackle, understandably, but look at this, forces him out wide still. Great work by James Phillip and great finish by Ballington. Because I gave you so much hard time, look at this great conversion. Excellent. Well done, Christopher. Excellent footage, great work, guys. Again, some of the guys are just going crazy, working. I have emphasized it all through the video. there are some people that just look so purposeful, where either as a support runner, defensively, um, just with ball in hand, and it makes it so easy for the other players with them to operate. And it's so hard for the defensive teams. The defense just can't drift. You have to make a choice. It's like, God, this man is running a hard line. It's either I go with him or I have to address the support runner changing direction. But sometimes, and you see it in the footage, we have a few of the combinations, and I think are having a little trouble working together because they're both almost encouraging each other to go out a little bit slower, not really forcing the defense. And these are great players. It's just that for whatever reason, the combination is just moving very, very slow. And I would have to, not that, I mean, the footage is right there. I didn't highlight all of it. But for some reason, we're having some trouble with the combination when Chris is at fly half, in my opinion, to bowler, because both of them are slowing each other down. Both are great players. And I would say bowler is good and extraordinarily good going forward in space and everything. But sometimes when we slow it down and we just ask him to just stand up there and create, bowler. We don't need, you're an incredible athlete, just stand up and create. That's asking a lot. So again, this is my selection. I get to have some fun, and here we go. So what would my starting forwards be? Well, James Phillip, I have to say, despite I addressing you and showing you in the scrums and line out some of the things that you just need to work on, I thought you played exceptionally well. You and Nigel Bollington would be my starting props, because I think both of you all have great work rate. You're both great athletes when you all get the ball in hand as well. You see, I, besides just getting the ball off kickoffs, lineouts and scrums, when we have open play and it comes back to your side, both of you all make great space for each other, and both of you all could finish. Both of you all have a lot of speed. I just think you all open up the door and have so much potential when it comes to the second, third phase in attack, and you all saw it in the videos as well. My starting hooker, and this person actually, I wish I could have about 5 of him, because I actually played in my mind, and I was almost wishing, because he has good distribution and he reads the game and he reacts so well to turnover ball, or in both offense and defense, because I find a lot of times our teams are really good when we get a turnover from defense to offense, but a lot of times from offense to defense, we go, oh God, we dropped the ball. But he responds, he gets up, he gets back to his feet. I actually really like Dyke. Dyke was honestly on the on my top list, maybe as a fly off option, just because his support, you pass and support, gets there, could rock thing. But I have him as my hooker because, again, based off how we're playing it. So starting forward pack, I have again James Phillip, Bollington as the props, and Dyke as my hooker. You all might agree or disagree. When we get to the scrum halves and fly halves, I'm going to actually hold back that, because the more and more I look at the footage, we have some areas that we're really suffering. The scrum halves, I am not thrilled with how your passing into the lineouts are going. I think they're 50-50 at best. I know that as I showed in the video, the lifting leaves a little bit to be desired, but realistically, this is a skill you could just put a mark on a tree and practice. The fact that we're all over the throws is completely unacceptable for this level. I think that the speed when it's coming out, our defensive work as a scrum half is not good. Our communication is a little bit weak. The strongest one so far, I have to admit, is Chris, and with his kick in, you know, you are one of the better kickers, Chris, so I would probably have Chris in there for now, but I am not overly thrilled with the options as we're going. Fly off again. I know a lot of you all would be calling for Joseph Quashie, but this is where we get confrontational, okay? Because I actually, if I was choosing the squad right now today based on the footage I saw, I have my forwards I'm happy with. Scrum half, fly half, debatable. But I would actually put Joseph Quashie as a center, because I absolutely adore how this man responds when he has the ball in hand. I think he pushes the envelope. He really, when he gets it, there's no kind of half jog and a step, or maybe I'll go here. It's go, address the defender, set his feet, and everybody around. You see all his supporting players off him are always comfortable working off it, moving, because the fact that he is putting the defense under so much pressure, and you have options. It's not just a little stand up, oh, maybe I'll give you a pass. That he goes for it, and I love him operating as a center. So I know everybody's screaming, well, what about Bowler? Bowler is always the center. Are you leaving him out? Well, y'all are going to hate this again. But I think traditionally that we've always started with just the fastest possible human being on the wing. And this person would be a little limited because they're always a little undersized. And I would actually put bowler to start on the wing and have that nice option. So when we spread it wide and we come back, because bowler could create a lot of options. He's good at holding off defenders. He could create. He has a little extra size defensively. I like him. I think he has a ton of pace. And it also leaves it open to have that last 3 minutes of the game. You could bring on that last speed merchant who could just finish in the corner and on a tired defense. But I would start with bowler on a wing. And that's just my opinion. Look, I know you all might say I'm talking nonsense, but that's how I feel. So starting pack, crystal clear, fly half, up for grabs as we stand because I'm moving Quashi to the center and bowler to the wing. And Chris, yes, you have the nod, but there are a few elements that I'm not happy about, and it's paining me to say because I do really like you. I think you're a really nice guy, but there's some elements we really have to address. So I know I had put out a super long episode this week. Please send me a comment. Please tell me if you agree or not. It makes a world of difference. You don't need to send me a private call. Just WhatsApp video or a message and like and subscribe, or hate and put some negative comments if that's what you feel. So I hope you enjoyed. Let me know, other coaches, if you see footage, please feel free to comment. Thanks as always. Have a great week. Bye.